good news as well as there is a bad news. Okay. It's a latest update from the Department of Home Affairs for those who are planning to migrate to Australia. So for them, they have changed the English language requirement. Okay. So this change is going to happen from 7th of August. Okay. Hello guys, it's a latest update from the Department of Home Affairs for those who are planning to migrate to Australia. So for them, they have changed the English language requirement. Okay. So this change is going to happen from 7th of August. Okay. So they have clearly mentioned in the official website of Department of Home Affairs that the English language requirement change is going to happen from the 7th of August, which means that whoever are giving the examination from 7th of August, so they have to follow the new requirement. So now, let me explain about what is the main change that happened. Because for Australia, there are many exams. Like Australia will accept the IELTS, it will accept the OET, it will accept the PTE, it also accepts the TOEFL and so on. So let's focus on the main exams. Okay. So if you look at this chart, so here they have mentioned about the IELTS. So for IELTS, if you want to get 10 points in the immigration, so which is nothing but the proficient English. So to get the proficient English, you still need to get 7, 7, 7, 7. That is listening 7, reading, speaking and writing in all the components 7. There is no change in IELTS. But there is a major change that they made for the PTE exam, because PTE is the most important, it is the most common one that like almost 80% to 90% of the candidates, they sit for the PTE to move to Australia. Okay. So now let's have a look through in detail what is the change that they made for the PTE examination. So earlier, to get 10 points, that is the proficient English, so a candidate has to score 65 in each component, like listening 65, reading, speaking and writing 65, 65, 65, 65. But now there is a good news as well as there is a bad news. Okay. So the good news here is for those who have scored very low, okay, less in listening and in reading. Okay. So especially when you look at the scores of the listening and reading, in listening instead of 65, even though if they have scored 58, okay, so that is sufficient. And in reading as well, instead of 65, they have scored only 59. Okay. So listening 58 and reading 59. Okay. So both are equal to 7 bands in IELTS. But when it comes to writing, in writing instead of 65, now the candidates have to score 69. Okay. And the major change is in speaking. So in speaking, instead of 65, now the candidates have to score 76 to get those same 10 points. Okay, that is proficient English. Okay. So that's the major change that happened, which means that the candidates has to focus, those whoever are preparing for PTE examination from now onwards. So you have to focus mainly on the speaking component. You have to improve yourself in the speaking. So you have to get up to 76 to get this proficient level. And when it comes to the superior level, superior English means those who get the superior English, they can get 20 points in immigration. Okay. So superior English in the sense which stands for 8 bands in IELTS, 8, 8, 8, 8 in listening, speaking, reading and writing. Okay. So earlier, when it comes to the PTE, so in PTE it was 79 in each component. Okay, 79, 79, 79, 79. But now again they have changed in the superior level. So when it comes to the superior level, they have reduced in listening and reading. So in listening, instead of 79, only 69 is acceptable. Like you will get, you will be considered as the superior state. And instead of 79, okay, 70 in reading is also acceptable. Okay. But when it comes to the writing, instead of 79, now they have to score 85 in writing. Okay. And when it comes to speaking, okay, instead of 79, now they have to score 88 in speaking. So which means that speaking, it plays a major role here. So you have to work hard, you have to improve your accent, okay, and also your vocabulary and everything. So while you are preparing for this PTE examination. So because PTE is the most, as I mentioned that it is the most important one, like all over the world. So this is the one that most like around 80 to 90% of the candidates, those who are planning to move to Australia, so they will do the PTE examination. Okay. And also there is a change in the OET, Occupational English Language Test. Okay. So in Occupational English Language Test, so they have clearly mentioned here the scores for proficient English as well as the scores for superior English. But Occupational English Language Test is only for those who are like doctors or pharmacists or physiotherapists or nurses. Okay. So for the professionals, so this test is applicable, but not for other candidates. So in Occupational English Language Test, 350 for proficient level, so 350 to 360 or 380 is required to get the proficient English score, which is nothing but to get the 10 points. And for superior English, it is 390 to 420, okay, so which is considered as the superior English. So but in OET, the thing is that if we get 350 to 440, you will be at grade B. Okay, 350 to 440 you will be considered as grade B. Okay, above 450 you will go as grade A. Okay, so these are the changes, the latest changes that happened. And for candidates, those who are preparing for the OPRA exam and planning to become a pharmacist here in Australia, okay, so please remember these are the latest OET or the PTE requirements. So you have to prepare your English language based on these requirements. Okay, but those who have already done their English language test, you guys need not to worry, okay, because it has been clearly mentioned in the official website that those who have already cleared the exam, so their exam will be valid for 3 years, but those who are going to give the exam from 7th of August, they need to follow this new requirement. Okay, and don't forget that for to get registered with APHRA, so the APHRA requirement is completely different. So for APHRA requirement, this is not the one that you need to follow. So for APHRA requirement, please watch this video, so which is mentioned up here. So you have to get that score, okay, like 66, 66, 66, okay, and around 56 in writing. Okay, so watch this my video to get more details about the APHRA registration. Okay, so for more updates about the OPRA exam and for all other licensing examinations, please keep watching our Elite Expertise YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed to Elite Expertise YouTube channel, please subscribe to our channel. Okay, so thank you so much.